the Real Housewives of Miami, they were filming in Mexico City.
Yes.
Just wanted to show you this. They look amazing. They look like all together, like they're having a good time. That's exactly what church will do to you. They look like they're having some tears, which looks really sad. But the ladies look beautiful, and this gets me so excited.
It's my favorite franchise, not just because we live down here, but it's just my favorite. Well, it is because we live down, but I just love it. I really do. I'm
love it.
Miami, guys, I'm ready for Southern charm like no other. So I'm definitely like looking forward to all that's coming up.
I'm looking forward to it as well. We have to get into the prenup drama.
Oh, is this why we were leading down the hallway of Miami?
Yes. Yeah.
We're going to talk about Lenny's little bitch move.
Oh, so Lenny ends up, guys, revealing all of the dirty details of this prenup. And we knew that there was a prenup, but listen to this. Okay. So as a part of their divorce, this was in the prenup. She was supposed to vacate the home within 30 days upon the decision to file for the divorce. We knew this, right? Well, the prenup was obtained by page 6. And in fact, Lenny was right. He was telling the truth because he was the one who handed this over. It did dictate that she should move out. However, it also shares intimate details about their financials, which I was curious about. Now, the
financials.
They're
financials.
This is the same prenup that she's fighting to make, obviously, void. Now, the prenup states that should the marriage last 10 or more years, that she gets paid $1.5 million. For each year after the decade mark, Lenny will pay an additional $200,000. And the prenup also stated that Lenny should pay Lisa about $10,000 per month in temporary support, if and only if she accepts the divorce petition and does not challenge it, which in this case has not been the case. It was also dictated that Lenny would contribute a minimum of $2,000 per year to Lisa's retirement fund. This is a shitty $2,000 per year to your girl. You spend that on lo mein.
Hold
on. It gets worse.
I mean, listen, please continue.
Okay. Additionally, Lenny agreed to give Lisa $1,000 per week to spend as she sees fit. The allowance ended when Lenny officially filed for divorce from her. However, all of her gifts, jewelry, and all of that, she gets to keep. Now, when the prenup was actually signed on October 15th of 2009, Lisa, who was unemployed at the time, entered in the prenup with $317,000 in total assets, which included her $110,000 engagement ring. He entered in with $16 million. They're estimating now that she is probably worth about $2 million, and he's worth somewhere around $50-60 million. And she's like, this prenup no longer should exist. I've grown accustomed to a certain lifestyle. I've been with this asshole for 14 years. I am not walking away with $1,000 a week. And she was originally supposed to be awarded $10,000 a month. The judge awarded her $8,000 a month. And to this day, she has yet to vacate the home. She's like, I'm not going anywhere. You want me to leave? You are going to drag me out of here.
Well, she might get her wish. I don't know where you're going to go from here at this point. You know, obviously there's so many disagreements that cannot be resolved in any capacity. You know, in some states, and I don't know necessarily if Florida is one of them, you know, like even in I don't want to say I don't know what state. Anyway, I had a friend who was together with someone for a very, very long time. That friend then split up with, I think it was her girlfriend. And
I remember.
You remember this story?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like they were together 8 or 9 years, but she grew accustomed to the lifestyle of what her partner provided. So when she left, she took her to court for like half of everything. She pays alimony.
I know.
To someone you were just in a relationship with, but you could prove that it was common law or something like this.
And I thought that California didn't even acknowledge common law. You know who doesn't? Florida.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because you try
to
get
like, common law doesn't mean shit. You better get married or you walk away with nothing. California, they're like, you lived together for 6 years.
I don't believe there is
estate.
common law in California. I don't think there is. Someone in the chat will know. I don't know where or how this happened, but is there any way, and this would maybe be like a legal question, like an Emily question, but like, is there any way for her to get more money?
Lisa?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to have to fight for it.
Yeah, but it's going to be like
the thing
a long fight.
You filed a prenup. You agreed to the prenup. The thing is, it's like prenups are pretty ironclad. Like, and
Yes.
usually there's loopholes, you know? Like if somebody gets caught doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and then that might void the prenup. But if everybody's kind of doing what they're supposed to be doing, like in the prenup, it said, when I divorce you or file for divorce, you have 30 days to exit the home. Like he's following the prenup. She's not following the prenup, but she's not following the prenup because his life goes on. He's still filthy rich. He has a supermodel girlfriend. He can afford his life. She can't.
Yeah.
She's fighting.
Unless it's said in that prenup that you should not be cheating on your wife. You know, it depends what they have in the prenup. You know,
Yeah.
ours is very like specific. It's very
Shady
specific.
Millennial. Yeah, exactly. Shady Millennial said, ask Emily Simpson. She might know. And Emily would answer me on that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Or Emily D. Baker. I got to talk to her too.
Either
Okay.
Emily.
All right. Speaking of which, we're going to pan over for 2 seconds just because we have a little drama in Orange County. We're going to do this before we get to Atlanta, and I promise you guys it is not long. Heather Dubrow has recently come out in a new interview, and she is telling us how awful of an experience she has had filming The Real Housewives of Orange County, and she's also shading the hell out of these two. Heather is claiming, Tamara came onto the show this season. I celebrated it. I was so excited, which she forgets that we know. You tried to block her from coming on the show to begin with. But when Tamara came on the show, Heather tried to facilitate the reconciliation between her and Shannon, which is exactly what happens. They end up getting back together, and Heather is now on the outs. Heather does not have one single friend on the cast to date. Like she has said this, that she's out on the outs with everybody. She's not getting along with anyone. She's in a different phase in her life. And then she ended up going out and bashing Shannon and bashing Tamara's fake relationship that's made for cameras. Well,
yeah, go ahead. I could believe that though.
Well, this is what Shannon posted. Do you think Tamara and Shannon's friendship is just for the show? Let's just go with the facts. The facts are that they were, quote, best friends. And then as soon as Tamara left the show, they didn't speak. Now that she's back on the show, all of a sudden, we're very close friends again. You do the math. I mean, Tamara posted this, Shannon posted this, and they wrote, I think it's funny. If I remember correctly, when Heather left the show after season 11, both Tamara Judge and Shannon Bedore said that you stopped talking to them. Pot calling the kettle black?
I mean, that is a show full of hypocrites anyway. So it's just
pot calling the kettle black.
With Shannon and Tamara, with Kelly, with because they were all talking to her, and then they get back on the show, or something happens and they don't talk to Kelly anymore, or like the same thing happens with Heather. It's just everyone's a hypocrite here.
I think that this is a show built off of hypocrisy, you guys.
Hello, Real Housewives.
Real Housewives of who gives a damn, because everybody's a hypocrite. Okay. We'll leave you guys alone over there in OC because we're just waiting for the excitement. And speaking of,
hey, I like it.
What?
Are you not liking it?
Oh,
OC? It's okay. It's ramping up. I feel okay, because it's been.
Can you name 2 things that you like about it and 2 things that you don't?
I'm kind of excited to see where this Jen storyline is. She was a much better casting decision than our previous Jen.
Okay.
For sure. I don't really care if she's going to get her real estate license. Let's see what else. Cut is closing. We've been knowing that for 3 episodes, so that's kind of annoying. Yeah, I just want to see I'm still interested. I'm interested. I really am.
I'm interested. Well, this is a great question. Are you going to be talking about The Real Housewives of Atlanta? I say, since we're speaking about shows that we're interested and not interested in, yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but we also coupled this one up as a package with some Kim and Croy drama.
Oh, gosh.
So, Kelly said Emily is looking good now, Adam. Ozempic. I don't want to speculate if anybody's doing Ozempic.
Yeah, because I don't want to take that away, because, there are some...
She could be working her ass off.
She could be working her ass off. I have a friend who is on a show. You have a friend too, who has worked her ass off and looks like $1 million. Like, she looked really good before, but she, and she's like, now everyone's going to think it's Ozempic, because of what's going on. And it's not. So yeah, it's hard to speculate. She does look good. But I mean, if Erica was on Ozempic and she looks like that, I would stop taking it immediately. She's like disappearing before our eyes. Yeah.
All right, we're not body shaming people.
No, I'm just saying it's not a bad thing. You just like soon we're not gonna be able to see you.